If Super Mario Odyssey had begun development in 2012 and released in 2022, rather than launching in 2017 as it did, this extended timeline would likely result in some significant differences in both the game's design and its place in Nintendo's broader strategy. Below is an alternative development timeline, based on the assumption that no new major 3D Mario game was released between this period, 2012 to 2014, conceptualization and early development. Initial planning. The team begins brainstorming ideas for a new 3D Mario game following the release of Super Mario 3D Land, 2011, and Super Mario 3D World, 2013. Early design focus. Nintendo might still focus on innovative gameplay elements inspired by Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, but with a longer timeline, the game's theme of global travel may have evolved more slowly. The capture mechanic, using Cappy, might not be fully fleshed out yet. Hardware considerations. Early development would likely still be planned for the Wii U, which launched in 2012. The development team would need to take advantage of the Wii U gamepad's unique features, possibly integrating asymmetrical gameplay or touch controls. 2015 to 2016, transition and redefinition. Wii U struggles. With the Wii U's poor performance, it becomes clear that the console is not succeeding. The team decides to rework the game for a new, yet-to-be-released console, the Nintendo NX, later known as the Switch. Refining gameplay mechanics. By 2015, developers solidified the idea of using Cappy as a central mechanic, allowing Mario to possess enemies and objects. The extended timeline gives them more time to iterate and refine how this mechanic integrates with the open-world platforming. Art and world design. With extra time, Nintendo experiments with new art directions and themes for the kingdoms. The global travel theme could expand to include more diverse and expansive worlds, perhaps even drawing inspiration from cities or regions that weren't included in the 2017 version, like African, Southeast Asian, or futuristic sci-fi environments. 2017 to 2018, Switch release and Odyssey delay. Nintendo Switch launch. 2017, the Switch launches with The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, but instead of Super Mario Odyssey launching in the same year, Nintendo fills the gap with other software, possibly expanding the lifespan of Super Mario 3D World with DLC or a deluxe version. Refining for Switch. With the Switch's success, the team shifts focus entirely toward optimizing Odyssey for the hybrid console. The extra 5 years, 2017 to 2022, allow the developers to add more features, improve visuals, and possibly experiment with additional gameplay ideas that would not have been feasible in a shorter development cycle. 2019 to 2020, expanding and polishing. Game expands in scope. The extra time leads to more content being added, such as more kingdoms, side quests, or more intricate collectibles. In addition to Power Moons, developers can introduce additional modes, like a robust co-op mode with more playable characters or expanded online features. Polishing Cappy and other mechanics. Nintendo uses this time to perfect the Cappy mechanic, adding more depth to its uses. The development team may also introduce new power-ups or moves that Mario could use in combination with Cappy, increasing the variety of gameplay. 2021 to 2022, final development and release. Extended play testing. With 5 extra years to polish the game, the final product likely feels even more refined. New elements could include more kingdoms. With a 10-year development cycle, it's possible that the game has additional kingdoms that were not present in the original Odyssey. Bigger, more dynamic worlds. Each kingdom may have more complex interactions and dynamic environmental changes that happen in response to player actions, for instance, time of day changes, or seasonal shifts. Additional characters. The extended timeline could allow for more developed secondary characters, perhaps Princess Peach and Bowser become more playable characters. Release in 2022. Final product. Super Mario Odyssey launches in 2022 on the Switch, or its successor, if Nintendo were to launch new hardware in this timeline. The game is a more expansive version of what was originally planned in 2017, with deeper mechanics, a wider variety of kingdoms, more side content, and possibly even expanded multiplayer modes. Reception and legacy. Due to the longer development time, Super Mario Odyssey might be considered an even greater evolution of the 3D Mario formula, potentially surpassing Breath of the Wild in terms of exploration and open-world design. However, fans may feel frustrated by the long gaps between major Mario titles, with spin-offs or remakes filling the gap during the decade-long wait. In conclusion, this 2012 to 2022 development cycle for Super Mario Odyssey would likely result in a more polished, content-rich game with a broader scope. However, this would come at the cost of other potential Mario 3D games, leaving a notable gap in the Mario franchise during this time. 4.0 Pre-development, 2020 to 2022. Conceptualization and initial prototyping. Nintendo R&D begins brainstorming ideas for Mario's next big adventure. Taking inspiration from Super Mario Odyssey, 2017, the new title aims to expand the core mechanics, blending platforming with a seamless open-world experience. Early on, the dev team decides to use the Nintendo Unlimited's enhanced high-end capabilities. The game will feature an expansive, procedurally generated Mushroom Kingdom, ensuring each player's experience is different. Prototyping focuses on Mario's eye-controlled companions, Yoshi, Luigi, that help players dynamically solve puzzles. Key features discussed: a fully open-world Mushroom Kingdom with interconnected zones. Procedural terrain generation. Players' choices affect how the landscape evolves over time. Integration of Cloud Eye to allow Mario's enemies and companions to adapt to player behavior. Early development, 2022 to 2023. Engine development and testing. Nintendo Unlimited hardware specifications are finalized in late 2022, enabling the development team to utilize its advanced hardware. The console's cloud-based infrastructure allows larger worlds and more complex physics engines than before. The team chooses to adapt and modify a hybrid version of the Unreal Engine mixed with Nintendo's proprietary Plumber Tech engine. This version focuses on physics-based platforming mechanics. Prototype worlds are created with varying environmental themes, each with their own distinct gameplay mechanics: volcanic zones, underwater worlds, and sky islands. Core gameplay development. Mario's movement system is designed to take full advantage of fluid motion, where momentum from sliding, jumping, and diving affects traversal in the open world. The development of an AR mode begins. This mode allows players to project parts of the Mushroom Kingdom onto real-world environments through AR glasses. Mid-development, 2023 to 2024. Story, gameplay expansion, and integration. Storyline. Bowser is no longer the central villain. Instead, a cosmic entity known as the Fracture threatens the multiverse, splitting realities and causing different versions of the Mushroom Kingdom to collide. Players must work with alternate versions of Mario, Paper Mario, 8-bit Mario, etc., to restore balance. Work begins on cross-dimensional gameplay mechanics where Mario can switch between realities mid-level, similar to the time-bending puzzles of Super Mario Galaxy, but on a far larger scale. Companions evolve further. Luigi and Yoshi are given advanced algorithms so they can independently solve puzzles or even take the lead in certain missions. Multiplayer integration. Online multiplayer is added, utilizing Nintendo Unlimited's cloud infrastructure. Up to 4 players can explore the world together, each playing a different version of Mario from alternate universes. Co-op puzzles and bosses are designed to require coordination between different Marios, each with their own unique abilities from their timelines. Late development, 2024 to 2025. Refinement and testing. The world is expanded to include dynamic seasons and weather systems, each affecting platforming elements, slippery surfaces, high winds, etc. Testing of AR and VR modes begins in late 2024. Players can enter virtual realms by using VR headsets, exploring cosmic Mario worlds where platforming defies the laws of gravity. Final polishing and launch prep. Dynamic multiplayer events are designed, where players can collaborate or compete to complete large-scale challenges, such as rebuilding sections of the Mushroom Kingdom after the fracture tears through them. Extensive bug testing and final touch-ups on cutscenes, voice acting, and UI design. Release, Q4 2025. Launch features. Super Mario Infinity releases as a launch title for the Nintendo Unlimited console in late 2025. Cloud-based world generation allows the Mushroom Kingdom to evolve even post-launch, with seasonal updates and new zones. Cross-platform multiplayer integrates the game with Nintendo Unlimited's portable and home console modes, allowing players to jump into the action from anywhere. Post-launch support. Planned expansions include a DLC introducing new universes, Super Mario Sunshine Universe, etc., alongside free seasonal events and challenges. Regular updates enhance the VR modes, offering more immersive gameplay. Summary of key features for Super Mario Infinity Open World Mushroom Kingdom with seamless, procedurally generated zones. Companions, Luigi, Yoshi, that adapt and assist players in real time. Cross-dimensional gameplay, where players switch between realities and Mario versions mid-level. Online multiplayer with up to 4 players exploring together in the same world. AR and VR modes allowing players to bring the game into real-world environments. This alternative timeline creates an innovative Mario game that utilizes advanced dynamic worlds, and Nintendo Unlimited's power for a truly next-gen experience.